Integrity is the most valuable and respected quality of leadership. Always keep your word. Brian Tracy. Hello, entrepreneurs of the world. I am Yolande Wallace. Thanks for tuning in with us here again at Inspire Academy, where we develop the mind of the entrepreneur. In my last video, I talked about the importance of building both your personal and business brands simultaneously. Today, we will bring integrity to both. As an entrepreneur and a leader, you will be judged heavily on what you do, not what you say. Have you ever noticed that your customers, along with your employees, are more interested in the outcome than the process? This is because the value of what you say is not received in the process, it is received in the outcome. In Jamaica, the country where I'm from, we like to use the phrase, "A promise is a comfort to a fool." The reason we say this is because a promise not fulfilled on means nothing. It means that the person who made the promise cannot be trusted or relied on. In business, you are as good as your word. Entrepreneurs, I am here to let you know that if you practice running a business without integrity, you will lose big in the end. Your credibility and your business's reputation are hanging in the balance. Whatever your circumstances are now, it is never too late to make a change. One might think that keeping your word means that everything you say or commit to, you'll have to do. But that's not what I mean by keeping your word. For me, there are two components to keeping your word. They are the acceptance and the acknowledgement. The acceptance is when you commit to your word by saying yes. The acknowledgement, however, comes in when you are not able to keep your word because the agreed upon terms for you have changed. If this is the case, seek to get in contact with the person immediately by letting them know you are no longer able to fulfill your word. If possible, provide a solution or compensation. If you cannot provide an alternative or compensation, your timely communication of the changes will then give the other person ample time to come up with a solution for themselves. You will be able to maintain their respect because you have also respected their time and effort. As entrepreneurs, we often set ourselves up for failure without even realizing it. Show by a raise of hand if you've ever overbooked just to ensure you made the sale. Show by a raise of hand if you've ever promised the last product to multiple people knowing full well that you were going to give it to the person who paid first. Show by a raise of hand if you've ever booked a client you know you shouldn't have because their values don't align with yours. But you did it anyway because you wanted the money. There are so many more examples that I could use, and I am sure you can think of a few that might apply to your specific business as well. I asked these questions to highlight that in all these scenarios, you weren't thinking of your customers. You were thinking about yourself. First, you gave your word. Then you did not fulfill on what you promised. The impact of not being your word is that those clients will now have to rebook, which could possibly set them back if they urgently needed your services. The customers to whom you promised the product and they did not receive it, because of your false promise, will now have to begin the search all over again. The client you booked, however, knowing that their values did not align with yours, may eventually cause you much grief. Your biggest loss will come from the bad reviews you receive from your customers, staff, and fellow entrepreneurs. Be mindful of the impact of your word. The exceptional entrepreneur leads by example. First, you must keep your word to yourself. What are the commitments you made to yourself that you don't keep? Are you keeping your word that you would be consistent? Are you following up with your customers? Are you listening to your identified critics? Are you taking responsibility for the conversations you are a part of? Are you practicing daily so that you can be a master at what you do? Vusi Tembakwayo said it best. Entrepreneurs don't need motivation. They need discipline. You see, motivation is what made you commit to your word in the first place. Discipline is what helps you to keep your word, because in moments when you don't feel motivated, you will be aware of the impact of not keeping your word. Always remember your why. This will also help you in guiding you back to the right path. Be true to your customers. Integrity is key. By having integrity, you will build lasting relationships and eventually getting the profit you are deserving of. Your customers will readily want to refer your services to others, and you will have loyal customers. Let me reiterate. Be slow to commit. Check your availability. Check to see if you have the product available. Never double book. And if you aren't able to meet your commitment, get in communication immediately. Offer some compensation for having rescheduled. Understand that the customer's time and business is very important, and they should be treated with the utmost care and respect. Remember, there is a heavy price to pay for receiving profit without integrity. Please like, comment, and share this video with everyone you know. Remember to subscribe so that each week when we post a new tutorial, you will be notified. Be bold, be great, be unapologetically you.